My name is Thomas Hopkins. I'm a mining engineer with Suncor. I have a photography, videography business in town, and I also work with the local Air Cadet Squadron. So I actually moved to Fort McMurray for my job. I started with Suncor in 2017, and that's really what brought us to Fort McMurray in the first place. And that's really the same time that I started my business. I didn't really do anything photography, videography related before moving here. I never really picked up a camera in high school or anything like that. And then once we moved to town, kind of started my business as something to do on the side when my wife was busy with schoolwork and all of the things that come along with teaching. And it's really just kind of exploded since. And cadets is something that I've done since I was 12. So I went through the cadet program myself when I was in high school, and then when I moved and went to university, I became an officer in the Canadian Forces so that I could continue to work with the program. So when I moved here, it was, of course, something that I was going to continue to do here. And the cadet program is actually how I met my wife, so it's something that we actually both do together in the community. I think the thing that keeps me going is just the drive to be busy. I hate being bored. I constantly need to have something on the go. So whether that's a hectic work week filled with shoots in the evenings and then cadets a couple days a week as well, or it's making plans to go out and explore the big backyard that we have here in Fort McMurray with my family. I spend all my day at work very analytical, talking about engineering things with a team of engineers. And then I'll come home and I'll get to meet some really cool people all throughout the community in my photo or video work as well. So really kind of just the differentiation between kind of site and town is something really cool as well. I think the reason my wife and I really settled into Fort McMurray and want to stay here is it's like the perfect balance between a big city and still feeling like a small town for both of us. We both grew up in really small rural communities on the East Coast. And we all know that there certainly at least feels like a lot of East Coasters in Fort McMurray, so maybe that's part of it too. But I think just the dynamic of the community as a whole feels so close-knit and intertwined, and whether that's the fact that we're kind of secluded from a lot of neighboring communities and we really rely on one another here, because of that fact and a lot of people come from away, we don't necessarily all have a lot of family in town, and so you generally start to rely on your friends that you make in the community to become sort of your family. And so I think all of that together, in conjunction with the community having all of the things that you could ever want to do and provide for your family, just makes it super easy to actually stay here. When I got the email about being in this year's Top 50 Under 50, I was really surprised. I think I just kind of go through my busy, hectic life kind of with my nose to the grind, and I'm just focused on what I'm doing. So it was really nice to be recognized in that sense, and super surprising. I certainly wasn't expecting it at all. And when I look at the other people who have been either past members of this program and the people who are also in this year's cohort as well, I'm really impressed and proud to be part of such a great group of people in the community. I think a piece of advice I would give someone would be, when you know better, do better. It's always good to just kind of keep doing the best that you can until you actually know of a better way to be doing that, whether it's a new improved way of doing a specific task or a different, more appropriate way to be acting in a situation. Once you know how to do something better, make sure that you pull that into what you're doing, and that's now how you're going to do it.